Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Go to Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is going to be blessed and full of abundance. This is just going to be a message that you need to hear, so let's go ahead and jump in. There's some kind of tower moment here that's happening to an authority. It could be a person, could be a place, could be a business, could be an institution. Yeah, there's some brand new start here that was trying to be planted. Some kind of... They're showing me the Ace of Wands. Like it's being planted into the ground and it turns into a seed. And from that seed, like a tree forms. Then another Ace of Wands. Like you would like break off a limb of the Ace of Wands and it would become... Or of the tree and it would become an Ace of Wands. So there's some kind of energy here, and like a masculine role, a masculine energy or entity that is having some kind of tower moment being brought to it right now. Now, this could be a person, this could be an energy within yourself, or like I said before, person, place, thing. Entity is in like a business or a principle. Spirit is keeping it pretty open. Someone here has experienced some kind of heartbreak or some kind of grief, some kind of loss in their fourth house energy, or like their kind of like their home, their family. A King of Pentacles, or sorry, it's King of Cups, but I said King of Pentacles, so keep that in mind. It could be an earth sign, or it could be a person, like a business owner, a person with money. A person with a large investment is what I heard. A person with a large investment. Okay. So is there some kind of union here? Or reunion? An exchanging of energy that's coming to an end here for a King of Cups energy. This could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's some kind of Six of Cups energy here that's coming out in the block position. Like this person is being blocked. This person could also be coming out as the King of Cups because they are holding back. They're holding back, freely giving. Like I'm seeing someone like open up kind of like their heart chakra and like emotions or energy pouring out of it. Someone here is holding back. Their spirit is giving them the energy or putting them in the position to be in the King of Wands, to act. But instead, they're holding back a lot of emotions, or holding back how they truly feel, or holding back their true wants and desires. I feel like really tight in my chest, really kind of tight in my shoulders and my chest, like really wound up. Like this person has a lot, but Spirit is showing me this person like a powder keg, like they're, yeah, the Fool. So they're going to explode is what I'm feeling. Like a tower moment here is about to happen to someone because they've really been holding back a lot of energy, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. They keep denying what's really happening with them, what the truth of the situation here is. And there is an exciting event here, something that this person really wants, something that they really want to like come into union. It could involve children, it could involve a sibling, or it could involve something that happened when they were a child or when they were younger. It could involve them coming into union, like reuniting with like an old friend or a sibling, or something that they haven't had in a very long time that they really wanted. This person really deeply desired this. And a tower moment is about to happen here because they are about to receive news that it's being blocked, or that they're going to have to wait, or it might not come about the way that they wanted to. And I feel like it's going to push this person over the edge. Like they're going to have a very emotional reaction because of this loss. This person could be feeling this way too because they could be going through some kind of, there could be another inciting event, like the scenario that Spirit is showing me right now, and this could be very specific for only one person, is that somebody here could be going through a loss in the family, and they could be handling everything. They could be reaching out to sisters or brothers or siblings or other family members to be like, I need your help. I need you to come into, it's like, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this. And then I get that one phone call. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to be able to come to the funeral. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to come in and help you deal with this. And I just see this person just like, that's it. And I see them just like blowing their top. Like, and so it's kind of a scenario where this person feels like backed up against the wall. They feel pushed back. They feel like the weight of the world is like on their chest or on them. And like there is like this inciting event that's going to happen that might seem very small. And I'm seeing right here this saboteur. But do you see how this person has like there's this hot air balloon that has like all this pressure and everything, and then look, like this person is bringing like a little pin and they're popping it, right? But whatever this person does, right, they're saboteuring themselves, because this hot air balloon is exactly what's keeping them in flight. It's what's keeping them safe, right? It's what's giving them their freedom, or it's what's giving them an opportunity to leave or to rise above. Like they're being given an opportunity to rise above whatever circumstances, and this person and this emotional outburst that this person is having is going to send them crashing down. So whatever this tower moment is here, spirits, this person has a lot of fear inside of them. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and change, and the changes it would bring to your life. So whatever this event is, it is meant to be something that is meant to push. It is meant to push this person, right? It's meant to push this person to the edge where they're just like, I can't take this anymore. Like, and that's exactly what a tower moment is. Like spirit will show you, hey, you need to change this. Hey, you need to divorce yourself from this. Hey, you need to take yourself away from this. Hey, you need to see that this person, this place, this thing, this attitude, this addiction, whatever it is, this mindset, it's not helping you, right? Excuse me. It does not truly serve you. And spirit, through this, whatever this event is that's going to push this person to the edge, it could be for them to see like you're putting too much on your plate. Like you're making yourself like the center of all of this. You've been people pleasing for so long that people think that they can just pile everything on you and then walk away and it'll just be okay. You'll just handle it. Maybe this person positions themselves as the strong one in the group that holds everything together, and this person feels like they're being ripped apart, and they feel like they're the only one making sacrifices and everyone else around them is just kind of being like, whatever, I'll show up and get the reward. I'll let you do all the work and then show up and get the reward afterwards. It's kind of the feeling that this person has. Now, this is how this person sees themselves. I don't know how you see this person. You might see this person from a different lens, or you might see them as something different, but this is how this person is viewing themselves. They're viewing themselves as almost like this victim mentality a little bit. It is this kind of like, everyone piles everything on me. Everyone does all of this to me. Like, everyone doesn't show up for me. But it's like you put yourself in this situation by making yourself the people pleaser. You put yourself in this situation by surrounding yourself, continuing to deal with people who surround, excuse me. My gosh, I'm getting all tongue-tied. This keeps happening during this reading, so I'm not sure. This person might have a really hard time expressing all of this. But it's like, see that you put yourself in this scenario to be surrounded by users, right? Child orphan. Feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Exactly. This person has surrounded themselves with people that are actually like saboteurs, right? This person has sabotaged their own ability to rise above whatever situation they're trying to see themselves out of. This is like you relying on the people that you know that aren't reliable. You put yourself in a situation where you're surrounded by a bunch of people you know are users or energetic vampires that you know are not going to show up for you, that you know, and this person is just like, well, I thought like in this very in my super time of need that these people could put aside who they are for me, because I put aside who I am for them all the time. My wants, my desires, what I truly desire out of companionship, out of family. Like, I would love a family that did this and did this and, you know, and did that for me and showed up for me. And, you know, but these people aren't that. But yet I keep expecting them to be something that they're not. And Spirit is trying to show this person that this is a form of self-sabotage, being blinded to the truth of who people are, wearing a mask. You're self-sabotaging yourself. You're self-sabotaging, right? And this person puts themselves in this position because they feel abandoned. They have an abandonment wound that stops them from holding themselves accountable for. And don't get me wrong, these people who are choosing not to show up for this person, that's a choice that they're making, you know? But it's like, how many times do those people not have to show up for you to realize, oh, this is a person I can't rely on? You know, it's like that person, it's like, okay, so I have this huge, important business meeting and, but I need this really important paper. Well, I have this person, you know, that I know always shows up late, that I know is notorious for losing papers, is notorious for saying that they do something and not following through with it, and then putting all of my eggs in that basket and being like, this is the one person that I'm going to trust, even though you know, or they know time and time again that this person lets them down, you know, and here they are 5 minutes from the business meeting, calling this person, texting this person, where are you? Hey, I asked you to bring me this. It's really important. I thought you said you were going to do this for me, you know, and then 20 minutes after the business meeting starts, this person messages them and it's just like, hey man, I'm not going to be able to do that for you. Sorry. And it's just like, it's like this person just blowing up and being like, you're so irresponsible. I can't, but it's like, but also Spirit, like, yes, this person is irresponsible. But you know that. Spirit is putting this person in this kind of position where it's like, I can't ignore how toxic the situation is, or I can't ignore how hurtful, or how this person doesn't think about you, how they don't prioritize you, how when your chips are down, this person is not going to place whatever. Hey man, I'm really sorry. You know, I really had to do this, or I had to do, and it's like, all you had to do was get up and go do this one thing that I asked you to do. But this person is not the person to rely on. You are self-sabotaging your success by placing all of your eggs in this unreliable person's basket. Why? What about you makes you do that? Do you see something of yourself inside of this person? Are you like, this feeling of abandonment could be inspiring this person to be like, I'm going to give a chance to those people who, you know, this person reminds me of me, that I just needed someone to give me a chance. I just needed somebody to see me for my potential that I had inside of me and to believe in that potential. So I'm going to believe in this other person's potential. But the thing about it is that this person doesn't believe in their potential. That other person isn't wanting to step up to the plate. They don't want to do those great things. They don't want to be that better, quote unquote, better person that they could be, more reliable person that they could be. They don't feel like they need to change. They don't see anything wrong with their behavior. And the truth of the matter is, when you are faced with a situation like that, where it's like, okay, this other person's not going to change, How many times am I going to let them hurt me? Or how many times am I going to let them cheat on me? Or how many times am I going to let them lie to me before I take the personal accountability of the fact that I keep letting this person back into my life. I keep placing my faith in them, even though they let me down every time. Like, why am I doing this? Is this about this person, or is this about me? And the situation here is that Spirit, before the tower moment, Spirit was saying, like, yes, this is about this other person. You need to see that this other person is not good for you. This person doesn't stand for you. This person doesn't have your back. Spirit is telling this person, bring justice to yourself. And Spirit, or this person could have saw justice for them as this person finally stepping up and being the mother, the father, the daughter, the sibling, the best friend, the lover, the husband, the wife, the whatever label that you put on this, or that job is like, well, the right thing to do would have been for y'all to step up and do what was right by me. When justice is really you going to find another job who will just do right by you. You leaving this relationship because this person is not going to stop cheating on you. They're not going to stop lying to you. They're not going to stop sabotaging your wants and desires and manifestations. This person is not going to be the person that you want them to be. And you're going to have to get your justice by walking away. Your justice is going to be this person not in your life anymore. And Spirit is trying to tell this person, I know that you thought that your justice would look different than it is going to look. And I know that can be disappointing. I know it can be disappointing. We would all love to live in a world where those people that we want to be in our lives are wonderful, glorious people that don't let us down, that always show up for us. But sometimes we have to realize that person doesn't want to be that person. They don't want to be that reliable person. They don't want to be that best friend that you need. They don't want to be that partner who's truly loving and giving. They don't want to be that person to you. And that does not mean that you don't deserve it. It just means that this person is not capable of giving it to you. They are not the one. They're not the one that's going to give that to you. They're not that friend that's going to be there the way that you want them to be. They're not going to be that job that is just and sees that you've been working late nights and taking time away from your family, and that you come in on every time that somebody calls in, that you come in and replace them. You really wanted to be the one that got the raise, that got that, that got that promotion, that got that position. You've been putting yourself out for all this time, and here they are bringing in a brand new person that hasn't put in any work into the company, or that new person that just started got the position over you. And Spirit is saying, I understand that it can be extremely disappointing. And you can think, why am I being punished? Like, I thought that I was doing everything right. And Spirit is saying, you were. You were doing all the right things, but you were doing it for the wrong person. You were doing it for the wrong job. You were doing it for the wrong position. You were doing it for the wrong thing. You were doing everything right. And if you are doing everything right and things still don't work out, then that means that this situation is wrong for you. And Spirit wants you to see that. You are not being punished. Stop taking the blame for everything. Stop putting the weight of everything on your back. Like, oh, this person isn't showing up for me. It must be because I'm not giving enough to them. I'm giving and I'm giving and I'm giving, and they're still not showing up for me. The solution is not to give them more. The solution is to pull your energy back, pull yourself back away from them, and move away. Because you have this feeling of loss here. Like what you're losing here is all the time, is all the energy. That's why you have this sense of loss. Because if you would really sit down and objectively, it's like, what does this person really give me? What does this job really give me? What does this relationship actually give to me? It asks a lot from me. But if I'm constantly undersatiated, I'm constantly undersatisfied, I'm constantly wishing for more, it's because you're not being satisfied. It's because you are not being given back what you're putting into this. This is not a reciprocal situation where this person is giving as much as you're giving to them. No. And you're being put in this hangman energy to see, right? Servant. Look at you just giving and giving, gushing all of this energy out of your cup, just gushing and gushing and giving and giving and giving and giving. Where's you receiving? You feel this feeling of abandonment because they are abandoning you. That's why you feel this feeling. Honor your feeling. Honor the fact that you feel abandoned. But your feelings of abandonment, they're being triggered because this person is abandoning you. But you are like, because you have this abandonment wound, you're like, I don't want to abandon them too. But you feel this feeling of discomfort. You feel that feeling, that abandonment wound is being triggered because you are being abandoned by this person. And that abandonment wound can make you feel like, oh, I'm not getting what I need because I'm not giving enough. I must not be showing up enough. I must not be being there enough. No. This abandonment wound is being triggered so that you can see that this person abandons you. Does that make sense? Did I explain that? I mean, I said it like 2 or 3 different times, but I was like, did it? Companion. You want a true companion. You want a person that shows up for you as much as you show up for them. But this person with this betrayal of by misusing confidences or loss of personal identity, this person asks you to become a different person. 2222 on the clock. This person asks you to set your wants, your desires, your feelings of what it means to truly have satisfaction in whatever this is. They ask you to set that aside so that you can continue to give and never expect anything back. This person, this place, it's taking advantage of you. And so you are having this moment here where you feel this very, very deep sense of betrayal. And that sense of betrayal is justified. This person is abandoning you. This situation, this company is abandoning you. But it's not happening because you deserve it to happen to you, or there's something inside of you that's lacking, besides maybe some self-awareness of why you're choosing to continue to give to something that makes you feel this way. Why are you continuing to give to something that makes you feel like you're not enough? Shit, then pull back your energy and go give to somebody that's like, wow, you're amazing. This is a wound that you need to heal. And that's why this is happening. This is happening right now because you need to see the right person is not going to make you feel abandoned. The right person is not going to trigger your abandonment wound. They're not going to gaslight you and make you feel like, oh, you're asking too much. Why do you want so much? Oh, nobody's happy at their job. That's a lie. Oh, you just have to work and work and work and never get any off days and always come in and always do that. And a company will know. It ain't like that. We have the visionary, but they're telling me that it's in the shadow. Selling insights at the highest to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Exactly. So you keep compromising yourself. You keep compromising your vision of who you want to be, what you want a relationship, a partnership, a job to really feel like, to really look like. You're compromising your own vision of your own, like what your desires, your true desires, to make this person fit into that. And it constantly leaves you with this feeling of wanting more. But then you put that back on yourself. Like, why do you always want more? Why are you always asking for more? Like, why isn't it good enough? Maybe because it's actually not good enough. Maybe because you might really love this person, or you might have worked for this company for 10 years. But what do you have to show for it? At the end of it, you have you lacking. You have you in a state of feeling abandoned. You in a state of feeling like, why can't I count on you? All these years I've given to you, and I can't count on you to show up for me when it's my turn to celebrate, when it's my turn to shine. I can't count on you. You don't want to celebrate my victories. You know, like you don't. I can't rely on you or count on you to show up when I'm down and out and kicked and down in the mud. And like, how many times have I gotten down in the mud for you? How many times have I showed up in the middle of the night for you? How many times have I given you a place to stay? How many hours of listening to your problems have I shown up for you? How many solutions? How many, oh girl, just come over and let's talk. Or, oh, you know, poor pitiful yous have we had? How long have you stayed in victim mentality? How many times have you called me emotionally dumping on me? But when I'm down and out, or when I tell you I'm having a really hard time, you don't come through and make me feel better. You don't come through and show up for me. I can't even get a single, you know, I call you one time and it's, oh my God, this is happening and it's really terrible. Oh, that's really bad. You know, I'm kind of busy. Can I call you back some other time? You know, and you're sitting there thinking, all the times I was doing something and I put it to the side for you, that was your choice. You chose to put yourself out. You chose to stop doing things that you love to do. You chose to sit there and listen to them talk for hours and hours through their issues. And now you're being shown they won't do it back for you. They won't show up for you when you need them. When you're going through a rough patch, they're nowhere to be seen. This is happening for a reason. We have goddess energy here. The divine, the divine feminine. It doesn't say the divine, but the feminine expressed through wisdom, nurture, life force, and sensibility. Sorry, sensuality, but sensibility is... yeah. I feel like mostly what spirit, see how she has like the hearts all over her. I feel like I know right now that you want someone else to show up for you, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's times in our life when we're just like, wow, I really need to have that support right now from outside. But the people and the places and the things that you are looking for that support from, they're not going to come from those things. And so for right now, you're going to have to support yourself. But Spirit is saying, don't just say, okay, I'm going to have to see myself through this. And then the next time they call you wanting to emotionally dump their issues onto you, you show right back up for them, right? You're going to have to show up for yourself in a way where you say, enough is enough. That's enough. That's enough of me showing up for you. That's enough of me pouring into you. That's enough of me giving my all to you. It's time for me to be important to myself. It's time for me to show up for me. And sometimes me showing up for me looks like me pulling my energy back, not answering the phone, putting myself out there, going to do things that I love to do, going and putting myself in new groups of people and new things so that you can find people that show up for you, so that you can find what you need. But it is going to look like you showing up for yourself in a different way than you have before, because you you showing up for yourself has looked like, okay, then I'll just have to be strong. I'll have to just, take myself out and do that for myself. But then continue to deal with the fact that this person, this place, this thing is not showing up for you. It's okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to take a vacation. I'm going to take a few days off. I'm going to demand that I get a few days off. And then I'm going to rest for a few days. And then I'm going to go right back and give my full, replenished, rested, loved on version of myself right back to this thing that drains my energy again. It's a karmic cycle that you keep throwing yourself back into because you have been trained, Spirit is saying, to feel like you have to replenish yourself. Oh, this person isn't replenishing me. Oh, that just means that I need some self-love and I need some self-care and I need to go replenish myself. And then you go and take that replenished version of yourself right back to that thing that drains you again. And so you have to go, okay, now I have to pull back and go replenish myself and then go give that right back to that person again. Stop the cycle. Stop it. You don't have to do... They just showed me that Michael Jordan meme where it's like, stop it. Get some help. Stop it. You don't have to go round and around on these karmic cycles with these karmic companions. 3113. These karmic companions are in your life to show you that you have this abandonment wound that makes you tie yourself to people that abandon you. Because the abandonment is what you're used to. You're used to whatever caused this original abandonment wound. You're used to pushing your feelings and your wants and desires to the side for other people. You're used to other people gaslighting you and telling you that you needing or wanting more from them is just you being too needy. You need to go show up for yourself. You need to be independent. You need to go show up for yourself. But also continue to show up for me. Show up for me. And show up for yourself. But don't expect me to show up for you. Get yourself off this karmic wheel. Right? Because it's kind of like the scenario where you'll feel depleted. And then you go show up for yourself. And put energy into yourself. And feed yourself. And love on yourself. And, But then you go right back. And then this energy drains you right back again. Oh. Exactly. Exactly. Three of Pentacles. This is a karmic contract for you to learn this. Spirit is putting you in a situation, in a very tough and a very uncomfortable situation so that you can get this realization. So that you can get this shift in perspective and finally see things for what they really are. Stop juggling this. You're hiding this from yourself. Stop juggling this. You will continue to be put in the situation where these people, this place, it hurts you. It asks you to compromise yourself. It'll come back. You might have an argument. You might, again, like I said, it might get a little bit better. But you feel better because you walk away. You take that. You said, I just got to get away for a few days. And you go and replenish yourself. And you take a break. And you show up for yourself. And you go off on that retreat, or you go off and have that vacation and you have a good time, or you just take some time with your friends and family away, and then you're like, okay, I'm ready to go back in this hellhole. Why? Spirit said, why do you want to spend so much time with people, places, and things that you have to take a break from? Real companionship is not something that you're like, I'm drained. I have to take a break from this. I'm so drained by the shit that happens between me and this other person. Sometimes I got to just pull my energy back and just go off and not talk to them for a few days. Real companionship doesn't feel that way. Yeah, you might go a few days not talking to this person, but it's not because this person is draining you. Why do you keep putting yourself in positions that's not normal. Break the cycle of seeing this as normal. It might be your It might be your normal, but it's not healthy. See this for what it really is. It's not healthy for you to have to be like, you know what, I just got to take a break from this person. I got to just not talk to them for a little bit. Sometimes they just, you know, they get on my nerves so much, or they drain me so much, or they're, you know, they have so much drama and BS happening in their life. Sometimes I just have to pull myself back and I have to not talk to them for a week or two, you know, and I feel better and I feel happier. Like, what is that not like your cue? You take a break from this thing, you don't go do it, and it makes you happier. It's not in your life, and it makes you happier. Are you not seeing the pattern of that? It's time that you do. It's time that you see that when this thing leaves your life, you feel better. You feel happier. When you concentrate on yourself and not this person or not this thing, you don't feel tired. You don't feel exhausted. Is that your cue? It's not your cue to, okay, well, I just need little breaks from them. No. For some of you, it's that you need to have a permanent break. This is, again, with this, like, abandonment wounds, you know, stifling this maturing energy, this emotional maturing energy that's trying to come to you. Spirit is trying to show you, hey, you're sabotaging yourself. You're busting your own ability to rise up out of this scenario. By going back. You keep putting more air in your balloon and going up there, and then you pop it and go back down. And you're like, oh, I feel terrible down here. I got to take, you know, I got to just break away. And you float up and you're like, oh, I feel so much better. Pop, and then I come right back down. And then, oh, it's so heavy. I can't take it anymore. I need to break. Every time you break up with this person, you go right back to them. And it's good for a little bit, and then you start fighting again. And then they start yelling again. They start screaming again. You start fighting again. Then you take a break. Oh, I feel so much better. And then you get drawn right back in. The devil's very tempting. This devil energy is very tempting. Exactly. This is a lesson that Spirit is trying to ground for you. Right? This is a lesson that Spirit is trying to show you. You deserve more, but you keep holding on to the very thing that's holding you down, that's weighing you down. You're tying yourself to this post. You're tying yourself to this anchor. You know, you're tying yourself to the needle that's popping your salvation. After so many cycles, what's that? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Fool me 18 times. I got a problem. I got codependency. I got serious wounds I need to heal. Because it keeps making me tie myself into people who don't really, you know, who don't give to me. And then I tell myself, oh, you're the problem. People are busy. People have issues. You know. People need people. You need people. You have issues. You need people who show up for you. You know, you need people who put you at the forefront every once in a while, at least, right? You need people that show up for you the same way that you show up for them. Exactly, Empress. Show up for yourself. Show up for yourself and by breaking this cycle. By finally breaking this cycle. Put an end to it. And you will have a rebirth on the other side of this. Because right now the lie that you're telling yourself is, oh, I just need a little break from this. I just need a little break from it and I'll feel better. Oh, you know, I had an issue, but now we're feeling better. Now they're smiling at me. Now they're answering my phone calls. Now, forget the fact that when I was down and out, that they weren't there for me and they threw me down in the dirt. But now that I'm back down in the dirt, now they're cool with me. Now they're back with me. Observe this for what it is. And again, it doesn't mean that this person is like a terrible human being, right? It doesn't mean that they're like some devil, you know. But like I said before, The devil in this scenario is your abandonment wound. The devil in this scenario is the fact that you keep going back to them. You keep going back to this situation even though it makes you feel drained and it makes you feel tired and it makes you feel like crap. Eventually, this is a lesson that you have to learn. You have to learn that showing up for yourself doesn't look like you going up and filling up your cup by yourself and then taking that cup back to people who don't show up with, who only show up with empty cups, right? In this scenario, there's only one person receiving a cup. That person doesn't, you notice that the Six of Pentacles didn't come out here. This is a cup going one way. This is you giving them a cup. And then you having another cup, and then you giving them another cup. And then you having another cup, and then you giving them another cup. And then you having another cup, and you giving them another cup. You're just so used to filling up your own cup. You're just so used to, you're like, this is the way that it is. I fill up my own cup. Other people don't fill up my cup. I fill up my own cup. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, then why don't you go be around people who are also filling up their own cups and aren't coming up to you with empty cups? If that's the way it's supposed to be, why is this person always coming up to you with an empty cup? Or have you been conditioned to believe that that's the way it's supposed to be for you? I'm always supposed to compromise what I want. I'm always supposed to be okay with filling up myself. I'm always supposed to be okay with showing up for myself. I need to be strong. I need to be independent. I need to be the strong, independent one who's surrounded by dependent people. This could also be a time for you to look inside of yourself and ask yourself, do you have some kind of hero complex? Do you have some kind of, I need to show up and save everyone around me kind of complex? And that can also come from trauma. That can also come from somebody, being super dependent on you. Are you dependent on having people be dependent on you? Because that's your own type of dependency. That's your, like, I feel good. I feel useful. I only feel like I'm worthy when I'm being useful to other people. But if I'm not being useful to them, are they there? If I'm not giving them a ride somewhere, are they calling me and inviting me out? If I'm not showing up for them and helping them through their issues with their partner or through their issues with their life, are they there for me? If I pull my energy back, do they reach out and ask me, hey, are you okay? Or do they reach out and go, where have you been? I just have so much of my shit to talk to you about. Hey, do they reach out to you and ask you, hey, are you okay? What are you going through? Or is it, oh, hey, how have you been? Well, actually, oh my God, my day has just been like this, and it's just like this and like that. Oh, so you don't actually care what I'm going through. You don't actually care what's happening. If I pull my energy back and I go a long time not talking to them, if I go several days not talking to them, is it me going to have to be the one that reaches back out? When I reach back out, are they going to have little things to say about how, oh, I must have just been off on my own. I must have just been, it's like, yeah, I had to pull my energy back because I had to go replenish myself because you're always draining me. So stop the cycle. Stop the cycle of keeping people in your life that always make you feel drained, that never show up for you. Stop the cycle of keeping those unreliable people in your life. Stop being the one reaching out to them, asking them things, inviting them out, having to be the one to include yourself, right? Because if you reach out and it's, oh yeah, we already have these plans, do you want to come too? That means you weren't involved in making the plans. That means they didn't care if you were there or not. Because if you hadn't have reached out, you wouldn't have even known that they were planning it, would you have? you wouldn't have had and been invited at all. Go get you people in your life who call you and say, I'm thinking about doing this. Do you want to come with me today? Let's get so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so together and we'll all go do that. Not, oh, hey, what are you guys doing today? Oh, yeah, we already have these plans to go do that. Do you want to go do that? You better wake up and see it for what it is. All right, I have to go. I thank you guys so very, very much for being with me here today. I hope that you have a blessed day. I know that this isn't an easy message to hear. I know that it isn't, especially if you were dealing with this, especially if you have been in this position, especially if you have been conditioned to always give and give and give and give and give and feel like you're unworthy if you're not giving. It also can feel really weird to be around people who don't expect things, or for my God's sakes, to be around people who give to you when you have nothing to give to them. Wouldn't that be a change of events? So, I wish you healing. If you need to seek professional help for this, please do. I hope that this reading gave you the love, light, and clarity that you're really looking for in your situation, okay? Thank you to your spirits, angels, guardians, masters, guardians, angels, ancestors, and guides for guiding you here to get this information, okay? Like, share, subscribe. Do the YouTube things, you guys. If you feel guided to get a personal reading from me, my contact information is down below. Thank you to my angels, spirits, guardians, ancestors, masters, and guides for guiding me through receiving this information as well as keeping me safe while I did so. I really appreciate you guys as always, and I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Bye!